Hey, BernieDawg here. Thanks to all my subscribers who have been subscribing lately. I know it's a whole bunch of people who have been subscribing, probably because of that. Now look, I'm in the middle of a bunch of work right now, so don't look at any of this stuff back here. But look, somebody's been having this problem on, that site where everybody's supposed to get help for stoves with a 111T. I don't understand what the problem might be, but here's how to start a 111T. All right, look here. Open it up. This is a ratty, nasty 111T from one of my... I got it cheap, and it's... Oops. Yeah, I forgot to put the cap on. I was going to show you that. All right, look, here's the deal. Fuel here, okay? I left the cap off because I was going to show you how to do this. All right, got the tool. Open up the 111T. Here it is. All right, and I left the fuel cap ajar. That's bad of me. All right, anyway, I'm going to take this windshield off so you can see what's going on. All right? Clean up my fuel here. All right. So what I was going to show is this has not been pre-pressurized, and that's why I left the cap off when I was getting the stove out a second ago. This has not been pre-pressurized. Point of fact, look here, I'll do it. Let's take the cap off. Look, see? No pressure, right? Okay, this is one of the stoves that has, if I recall correctly, this is one of the ones that has a O-ring for a pump. Let's check and see, though, just so I'm not lying to you. Everybody thinks I'm lying to them about all this stuff. Yeah, see, O-ring. You maybe need to get a new O-ring from time to time. And lots of oil I put in there, I see. All right, get a new O-ring from time to time. If you don't know where to get one, contact me. I've got a pile of them. Holy moly, I've got enough O-rings to, I don't know, do hundreds of stoves at this point. Okay, we can all see that this is a pretty crummy, and I haven't done anything to this stove. This came to me from an outfitter's livery. And all I did is I put fuel into it and made sure that the cap gasket was good and sound. Now, how to start up one of these stoves? Well, we use denatured alcohol on this stove to start it up. What's that look like? Well, you buy it in a can. Here, move the stove. It looks like that. Okay? Go to the hardware store. You can get it at Home Depot. Here it is. It comes in a gallon can. It's last I checked, it was like $12 to $14 depending on where you live. And it's a whole gallon. It's like great stuff. And it's like nice and flammable. Don't use rubbing alcohol. If anybody uses that, well, whatever. I won't talk about your genealogy. Alright, so anyway, it's my little wash bottle. You can get these at US Plastics. And I just squirt some alcohol down in here and fill up the pan that's at the bottom of the burner. This is for priming the stove because you have to have it hot in order to vaporize the kerosene. Now, let's everybody see that down in there. See? Look. Alcohol down in here. See that? Okay, now we're going to start it up. Beep. Now, at this time, you could be getting your rice ready, your noodles ready, whatever you're doing for dinner. If you're out on the trail with your stove. One thing you might want to do is put some pumps in here. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I like 12. If you like 10, that's great. If you like 4, whatever you need, okay? We're letting the alcohol burn off. The purpose is, as you can see, there are 4 tubes in this burner. It's a true 111T burner designed to run 3 different types of fuel: kerosene, white gas, also known as Coleman fuel, or naphtha, and the third fuel, denatured alcohol, which is what we're priming with. I have another stove that I commonly run, another 111T that I commonly run with my 111T with alcohol, denatured alcohol. It works really nice because I don't have to carry along an extra bottle for priming the stove. And for what I use it for, it's mostly for making coffee in the morning. It's a little slow, uses a lot of fuel, but it's not a problem because I'm mostly using it for river rafting and that sort of thing. So I've got plenty of space. But really the hottest flame you're going to get out of this is going to be with kerosene. White gas is a good alternative, but if you do, make sure you have it properly maintained so there's no leaks anywhere, because having leaks on a stove when you're using white gas can cause you problems. Well, with any stove, any fuel, of course. Well, we're almost there now. I have my lighter handy. Because this is a silent burner and has a silent burner cap, we want to let this preheat fuel burn out completely before we light it. That way we don't get what's called underburn, which is flame up underneath the burner, inside the burner cap. That can actually melt the cap. So you don't want to do that. Let that burner flame, or let that preheat flame go out completely. Get ready with my controller here. Waiting. This is my multi-spindle multi-tool, is what that is. It's not a controller. Alright, look, we're just about out. Okay. Fuel's all, the preheat fuel's all gone. Gonna open this up just a crack. Oh, I hear a hiss. Oh, I light it. And I slowly open up the valve. Voila, we've got flameage. It's all good, nice and hot, real friendly, happy. You can make coffee, make your whatever you're going to cook up, your bacon, fry up, whatever you want there. Alright? Now, I want you to look at this burner here and watch what happens as I advance it with a counterclockwise turn to the left. Oh, look. Notice how the flame dropped off? That's because there's a cleaning needle in that. When the cleaning needle comes up in there, it restricts the fuel flow. That's what happens with the cleaning needle. If you're having problems with your burner, probably the first thing to do is take the jet out with your tool. If you have one of these tools, you can take the jet out with it. Take the jet out of the stove, then take the needle out of the stove by cranking it all the way to the left, and the needle, you can just lift the needle out, put the jet back in, and then try the stove. Alright, but anyway, back at the ranch. Now, as I go clockwise again, oh, you see? There we go. See, it drops off when it goes to cleaning needle, and then to a higher flame, and when this one needs more pressure. You know, don't be shy with these things. You don't need to be worrying about overpressuring these things. There's two reasons why. One, they have a safety release valve cap. If there's too much pressure, it'll release some of the ventage. It'll vent out some of that air you're putting in there. And the tank is brazed together with silver brazing. I mean, it's like really stout. Okay, now you can see that this stove of mine, which I have never actually used until just this moment, has a very narrow range of flameage. As I drop down into the simmer zone, and then as I come back up here to full flame, see right there, that's where the needle starts affecting it. Very small range. That's because the needle is not set properly on the stove. So for me, I would choose to reset the needle. But the point is that you're getting a nice blue flame. If you're getting anything else, you're doing something wrong. Or the stove is needed repair. If you need to part out your stove, do that. But this is what your stove should look like. It should be that simple to operate the stove. It's not complicated. Clean that jet all the way to the left. Bring it back into operation mode. There's our operation mode. It's all good. What's the problem? Come on, people. Simple. If one that looks this bad can run this good without me doing anything to it, your stove can run too. Alright, that's it for the stove today. I gotta get back to doing all the other things I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't really have time to do this, but it just frustrates me when I see people having a hard time with what is basically a simple stove. You can make this work. You can make your stove work. And whoa, that one's lighting up my my pot support. So anyway, there it is, BernieDawg, his stove. It's a crappy stove, crappy stove. Look, it's got no paint. It looks like crap, but look how great it works. So there you are. See you later. Bye.